contender that makes it this far will have done a great, great job.
Dead even in the 6th and final event, the Eliminator. We talked to Tracey Phillips about the fact that she had to go up against some gladiators that were pretty good size.
Whenever I first saw them, I thought, she is big. That girl is big. She can mow me over. But then I just try to think that I'm also short and that hopefully I can get by them, you know, and I just have to use my strength also. But when I saw them, I thought, they're big.
Well, Tracey and Christy Cotton have handled themselves pretty well so far through 5 events against those big, quote-unquote, gladiators. But this is it, the last event. Both women have 260 points. They'll be trying to dodge a variety of different obstacles, including those medicine balls you see right there being held by the gladiators. Quite simply, the winner moves on to the quarterfinals, and the loser will have to wait to see if her total is good enough to advance as well. Christy Cotton with the red ball, Tracey Phillips with the blue ball, and she reaches the top of the ramp first and puts it into that receptacle. Now trying to make her way across that balance beam and keeps her balance. So does Christy Cotton. This is very, very close. Both women nearly dead even as they cross the commando lines. Tracey maybe with a slight edge. Here they go across the swing for life, over the barrier, and now that big decision through the maze. Zap waiting for Tracey Phillips, and down she goes. Sunny putting out that big leg, and I'll tell you what, great effort by Christy Cotton, and Tracey is still stuck there.
Zap still has Tracey Phillips pinned. Now, Tracey can't give up. She realizes how important it is. There is a time that she does manage to get through. Never stay, die attitude by Tracey Phillips. Both women putting on a great show in the Eliminator.
Both women weren't so lucky with their choice of corridors. First, Christy breaks through the barrier, and she meets Sunny. Christy giving away a lot in size, but watch her effort. She tries to squeeze by. Sunny sticks that leg out and trying to impede Christy's progress, but she never quits. She keeps on fighting, keeps on pushing, and crosses the finish line.
Well, Christy managed to get through and pass Sunny. Tracey Phillips was in for a bigger surprise when Zap was waiting. The initial contact is unbelievable. Tracey winds up going backwards. Now Zap is leaning on top of her. Still has the pad in her hand, which is very legal. Still has the pad. Tracey can't quite squeeze by, trying to use the same technique that Christy did against Sunny. Now she can't find any place to push Zap off. Come on, Zap. Let me go.
Zap stretching the parameters of fair play a bit, but Tracey Phillips finally crosses the finish line. Both women were dead even coming into this event, but Christy Cotton emerges as the winner, advances to the quarterfinals. Here's Joe.
Christy, you're going to advance to the next round.
I hope so. It's been a long day.
But you were a little bit behind on the balance beam. It looked like when you hit the rope, you sort of took advantage of one flying leap.
You know, I think it's called being apprehensive of those medicine balls swinging at you. I wasn't in a real big hurry to get up there, and after those, I knew I could fly.
Well, the Gladiators have presented a problem to you throughout the entire competition. Now, all of a sudden, you're still a little nervous of them, huh?
I still don't like running through anything or facing them at all.
Well, you're moving on to the next round. What have you thought of the competition so far?
It's been great fun. Working with the other competitors and not getting to know the gladiators, but they've been certainly been good sports about it all.
Well, congratulations and good luck in the next round.
Thank you.
And now it's the men's turn in the Eliminator. Bernard Todd has a sizable lead over Joe Rogers. Both those men will try to put forth the same effort that Christy Cotton and Tracey Phillips did. Joe, to get back in this thing, would need to win the Eliminator, need to beat Bernard Todd by 10 seconds.
Bernard Todd, on the other hand, might want to take a more conservative approach. He knows he's got a pretty good lead. If he does win this, he realizes he moves on to the quarterfinals. You can see the points he's leading by. I wonder if he would say, all right, if I'm just careful, if I'm just cautious, and I pick the right channel to run down without having a gladiator at the end of it, I might be able to just move on in to the quarterfinal competition.
Well, we'll have to see if that is Bernard's strategy. He's wearing the red helmet. Joe Rogers, the blue helmet. Bernard whipping that ball up the ramp first. He's having an easy time of it, but running into some problems on that balance beam, but both men make it across successfully.
They used a little bit of a different technique on the balance beam, went across sideways. Joe Rogers slipping, trying to use his upper body strength to keep himself from falling into the pit. Bernard Todd hits the maze. Did he pick the right one? Well, he picked it. He picked the Gladiator, but he got through. Will Joe Rogers make the right choice? Joe Rogers does. He doesn't run into a Gladiator, but he still loses the competition to Bernard Todd. Bernard Todd didn't take it easy. He went all out in the Eliminator. Now, here he uses a little crossover technique. Instead of trying to run across the ropes, he goes side to side, stepping over, makes sure of his footing. Then when he hits the swing for life, it's off and over the wall. Joe Rogers still continued to struggle and lost it right there in the look at this. Over you go, down. Now, it's just a question of which one do I choose? Oh, what the heck. I'm out in front. Let me go after this one. And wham! Nitro's waiting for him. Nitro manages to get the shoulder down. Bernard Todd just getting by and finishing first.
For Joe Rogers in that competition, 31 seconds. For a total of 145 points, and his overall point total for the entire competition, 300 points. For Bernard Todd, 26 seconds for 170 points. The winner of his competition at 375 points, Bernard Todd.
Congratulations. You're going to move on to the next round.
I'm excited, very excited.
You look tired.
Yes, it'll give you a run.
So Bernard's approach of reckless abandon pays off. He advances to the quarterfinals, as does Christy Cotton. And we'll be back with the official pairings for the quarters after this.
Go for it. The challenge and excitement of big mountain skiing. J-Peak USA, famous for the heaviest snowfall east of the Rockies with 75% snowmaking. It's your best ski value in Vermont. Canadian funds are at par for daily tickets, and it's less than 2 hours from Montreal. Go for the day or make it a week stay at one of Jay's slopeside condominiums. Enjoy high-capacity lifts, short lines, and exciting trails such as the UN and the Can-Am Super Trail. The Jay Ski Experience, one of North America's most spectacular mountains.
You know, I had chest pain yesterday. I didn't go to the doctor. Now I wonder if I should have.
Chest pain or chest pressure is the most common warning sign of a possible heart attack. When it occurs, time is of the essence. In many cases, a few minutes can make the difference. So if you're having chest pain, have it evaluated by your doctor as soon as possible. If pain persists for more than 10 minutes, get to the emergency room without delay.
Track with the Record Breakers Road Burner Series. Yeah! For flat-out fast racing, here's Record Breakers Racing tip number 2. Customize them with foam tires. They're lighter and faster.
And pop in the third battery for ultimate speed. Caution, third battery may cause excessive speed and motor wear.
Yeah! Record Breakers, you customize them for speed,
and more speed.
Record Breakers! World of Speed!
Prepare thyself well, Dragon Warrior. Thy most challenging quest ever awaits. Go with speed, but go with patience. Seek out an arsenal, a dragon scale, a torch, and magic herbs. Use wisdom and cunning to choose thy commands, for the Dragon Lord is a fierce rival. Horrible and treacherous minions all guard the Evil One's island castle. Art thou ready, young one?
Yes, King Lord.
And so begins a new epic, Dragon Warrior.
Nintendo. Now you're playing with power.
Find out more about the American Gladiators and how you can be a contender on national TV. Call the Gladiator hotline at 1-900-860-4523. Dial now. $2 the first minute, $1 each additional minute. Children, get your parents' permission before you dial.
The contenders on American Gladiators are chosen at open tryouts across the country. They must demonstrate superior athletic ability in rigorous tests of strength, speed, and agility. If you think you have what it takes to challenge the Gladiators, stay tuned to upcoming shows for an announcement of tryouts in your area. Joe?
And so the 5 preliminary rounds have been completed. The quarterfinals are set. Here's the women's bracket. The 5 winners from the prelims, plus the 3 best second-place finishers, all advancing. And if the action in the quarters is anything like the preliminaries, look out. Here's who will do battle next week. Christy Cotton will go up against Brenda Hunt. Greg Williams will compete against John Shumsky. For Mike Adamle, I'm Joe Theismann. We'll see you next week on the American Gladiators.
American Gladiators champions will choose from a selection of cars, including the new 1990 Chevrolet Lumina Coupe. This sleek new performer with a standard V6 engine is as distinctive on the inside as it is on the outside. Furnished by Chevrolet.